So, how to overcome the fear and self-doubt? First of all, if you're living in a now, you need to ground yourself and say to yourself, stop. You are not good for me anymore. Like, for example, the pleaser saboteur. How many times have you told yourself yes to so many people, and then you find yourself in a exhausted, tired, frustrated because you're not saying yes to yourself first. So you're going to say stop, intercept that thought, intercept that emotion, and stay present in the moment and focus on your positives. Another thing that we're going to do a little bit later on is to practice compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. We need to also reflect on our past achievements and congratulate ourselves. How many times have you done? I've done this myself so many times that I'm stressing out because I think that I haven't really achieved a lot. But when I look back, I have achieved quite a lot. So is it identify and then stop that reaction. So yes, congratulate yourself from your past achievements. Very, very important. Have that always in mind. So another thing that we have to do is know that you are unique. You are powerful. You have so many strengths. And one good thing about these saboteurs is that I found out is that they're not just negatives. The negatives is what surface first. The saboteurs have their own strength. The hyperachiever, being a high achiever is quite a good thing. Even the pleaser, you have to please other people as well, but start with pleasing yourself first, doing, taking care of yourself, self-love, self-care, and then that will reflect onto others. So you'll find out that the saboteurs are not just mean saboteurs. They're there for a purpose. And they also have strengths within them, right? Another thing that you can do to battle the self-doubt is to find an amazing support team, a tribe. Not just a team, it's just a community. I've been connected with incredible communities, and I've learned so much together in connecting with them and knowing them. And that has actually helped me in so many ways. Just for example, like recently, I've been with a positive intelligence community and in a pod, and we were talking, and there was just some words that the other person said to me that made a lot of difference in my perspective and where I was stuck at. So this is really, really important. And remember that you are your biggest inner critic. What do I mean by that? Well, the critic is the saboteur that is with you every day, right? And it's always there, it's always in your mind, right? And we always think the worst, especially like, for example, I'm a hyperachiever, and I'm always like, this is not good enough, and I need to do more. I need to know more. I need to learn more, right? And all these thoughts, and I'm not really telling myself, because of that inner critic, I'm not really telling myself that actually you're amazing. You can only do what you can do, right? And when you live in the present moment and when you live in the now, this is when things start shifting. When you live in sage, that's when everything starts shifting, because you start seeing things, opportunities, and the messages that come to you. Okay. And seek professional guidance, right? Self-doubt can put you in an anxiety state that can roller coaster. So seeking professional guidance, it's really important, because, you know, if you don't have a coach, have a guide, maybe you belong to a church or some community that has a leader, that has a guide that can help you, right? Really, really important. I just want to remind you as well, you are not your thoughts. I talked about this yesterday, right? I talked about the importance of questioning every single thought that you have when you might be feeling a bit more fearful, when you might be feeling a bit like, oh my God, I'm doubting my decisions. You know, you don't know which way to go, right? And this was me when I started my own business. You know, where do I start? I had so many questions in my head that was tiring. It was painful, right? Where do I start? And who do I meet? And what's my packages? And what's my niche? And what's my audience? And all these questions in my head. And I just want to tell you that it evolves. Everything that you are going towards, your goals, your desires, your dreams, they evolve, and they might not be quite the same as you think they will be, right? So ask yourself, how accurate or helpful is this thought that I'm having? Because you've created bad habits. You've created bad habits from, you know, childhood upbringing, the fears of failure I talked about yesterday when I failed in 2008 in my first business, right? And I created doubts when I started my second business in 2015. I created doubts in my mind, you know, but I also learned from my mistakes, and I also were able to move forward. And really, don't expect anything. What will come. Because your dreams, your desires, and what you want evolves in such a way that sometimes is not going to be the same. So allow it to happen, because what it is, it is. And the importance of journaling, so that you can put it on paper, on black and white, exactly what your thoughts are, what your feelings that you were feeling at that time, what emotions surfaced. And I think this one is the most important of all. You know, you need to take a break and get a boost of optimism. And for me, I dance, I draw, I paint. This is where I get my boost of confidence, of optimism.